Hey, it's Kasey Orr and Sean Whitfield with iTruckTV.com. It's time for your NASCAR update, and we're going to get you up to speed. It's Sean Whitfield and Kasey Orr from Valvoline Racing Radio, and we're keeping you up to speed on iTruckTV.com. This weekend, Saturday night, under the lights, Thunder Valley, Sean, one of the biggest races of the year, the Irwin Tools night race, Bristol, Tennessee. Some beating and banging, and you know what? It didn't disappoint. We had late race theatrics between Matt Kenseth and Kasey Kahne. Just a great race.
Yeah, we did. The final lap, they were neck and neck, and we saw Matt Kenseth get the victory, his 5th victory and 12th top 10 finish in 2013, and his 29th victory in 496 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series races.
So Kenseth has a series high 5 wins. That means 50 bonus points once the chase starts. But let me ask you this, Sean. Kasey Kahne, he's going to make the chase. He's got 2 victories. Really wanted that 3rd victory. I think a lot of people were expecting the bump and run late in this race. Kahne raced Kenseth clean. I think that is a nice thing to say, but looking at it, do you think Kasey Kahne messed up? Because no one blames you for a bump and run at Bristol. Do you think he should have done it?
I think he should have certainly went after the win. You know, when you look at the replay, you see that he was right there with him.
He could have bumped him.
And it does look like he had that chance to get past Matt Kenseth. But Kasey Kahne was playing it, maybe playing it a little safe. Maybe, I don't know so much wise, but playing it safe. And he didn't want to take that risk of spinning them both out and maybe not even landing in the top 10.
Yeah, and that I guess that's the risk you take. If you spin him out and get the victory, you're Kasey Kahne racing tough. If you spin both people out, then you're an idiot, and Juan Pablo Montoya gets the victory. But all in all, I thought it was a great race at Bristol.
Yes, it was. It was a great race, and that was race number 24 of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Let's get right into the results of the Irwin Tools night race at Bristol Motor Speedway. Of course, Matt Kenseth started 5th and ended up in victory lane in that Toyota Camry. 2nd was Kasey Kahne. 3rd, Juan Pablo Montoya. 4th, Brian Vickers. 5th, Joey Logano. 6th, Paul Menard. 7th, Jeff Gordon. 8th, Marcos Ambrose. 9th, Greg Biffle. And 10th, Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Some other notable: Sean Kyle Busch finished 11th. Danica Patrick 26th. Listen to some of the big names and their bad runs at Bristol. Keselowski in 30th. Kevin Harvick 34th. Truex Jr. 35th. Another poor run for Jimmy Johnson 36th. And Carl Edwards, who led 119 laps, finished 39th. Bristol can be tough on you.
That's right. It's surprising to see some of those top names in the driver's standings find themselves back towards the end of the field, especially finding Jimmy Johnson in 36th position. There were 11 caution flags for 74 laps and 16 lead changes among 9 drivers.
Now, we've only got 2 races before the chase. A lot of points shuffling each and every week, it seems, right now.
That we do. And as we get into the driver's standings after the race at Bristol, and we'll be heading into the Avocare 500 at Atlanta Motor Speedway coming up this weekend, we see Jimmy Johnson still the leader. But what's interesting about his leading position right now is 2 weeks ago, he was 76 points ahead of Clint Bowyer. Today, he is only 18 points ahead of Clint Bowyer. He's still in that lead position, but 18 points sets him apart from 2nd place Clint Bowyer.
We made jokes about how good Jimmy Johnson was running and how everybody else was racing for 2nd, but it just goes to show you anybody can have a bad week and anybody can have a couple bad weeks in a row. That's what happened to Jimmy.
And it's amazing the amount of points that you can lose with just 2 bad weeks. In 3rd spot, Carl Edwards. 4th, Kevin Harvick. 5th, Kyle Busch. 6th is Matt Kenseth. 7th, Dale Earnhardt Jr. 8th, Kasey Kahne. 9th, Greg Biffle. And 10th, Joey Logano.
In the 11th spot in points is Brad Keselowski. In the 12th spot, Kurt Busch. But Sean, they do not have victories. You have to go all the way down to 14th place Martin Truex Jr. and 15th place Ryan Newman to find the only drivers inside the top 20 that do have a victory. If the chase were to start today, Martin Truex Jr., Ryan Newman, they would be your wild card winners.
Of course, that's the latest in NASCAR news for the week. You can find us on iHeartRadio with Valvoline Racing Radio on Rock 105 in Chattanooga, Tennessee. That's this week's Up to Speed on iTruckTV.com.
Right here on the NASCAR update at iTruck TV, where Sean and I keep you up to speed.